After this week's PREPUB, the general consensus among PREPUB readers is, okay, we kind of don't hate Anastasia's as much, but we are definitely not dismantling the royal hate train because you better believe that the story is not yet over and royals will be royals all the way through. Besides, we're still waiting to hear from Eglantine, and we're not gonna let her off the hook until we hear from her. The two major incidents in this week's PREPUB were Rosamine's failure to get past the doors leading to the Gutrish height, and her dropping the bombshell to her adoptive parents that she's a Zend candidate. Upon returning from washing the shrines, as they are choosing to call it, Schwartz and Weiss immediately take Ross to a back passage in the secret archive so that she can get the Gutrish height. Ross is equal parts anxious and excited because of course it's a book, and not just any book, it's the book. Just as she's about to step forward, a door with a complex magical circle bars her way, and the Shoemills tell her that she's not royal and therefore she can't go in. This means that her one way to help save Ferdinand is gone. If she were to marry, it would take 3 years before coming of age, and by then it would be too late to save Ferdinand. No matter how much she begs and slams her fist at the door, it won't budge for a commoner such as her. Additionally, the protection in the doors is such that she gets hurt in the process, and even Schwartz and Weiss are about to turn against her. But before they can do so and activate murder mode, she retreats. Now, this is not the first time a door gets in the way of Rosamine and her books. However, this is the first time she actually was in a bit of danger. Very, very different from her experience back in part 1 of the series. Also, this is the first time that I actually teared up along with her. This is very serious stuff. Upon her return, Anastasia apologizes in private. He also tells her that he had only been trying to provoke her, hoping to rile her up and making her do what he and Eglantine wanted of her. Yeah, well, my dude, you had the entire PREPUB gang up in arms, so yeah, that was awful of you. As a way of apology, however, he healed her burnt hand, an action that Hannelore later points out is unthinkable for a royal to do. So that kind of gets him a little bit of forgiveness, but I don't know. PREPUB gang is still split on this. Other things happen, including a letter from Ferdinand who is grumpy because she has stopped writing to him as often, and all I can say is, aw, Ferdinand, you could just say like, I miss you, can you like continue to write to me, and can you please send me more food? But instead he just basically asks to send him stuff, magic paper, special leather, Regish scales, and other unpronounceable stuff. I wonder what exactly he's planning to do with that, and how he's gonna use it. He doesn't even have a workshop. The PREPUB ends with Rosamine having a meeting with her adoptive parents and breaking the news that she's a Zend candidate. The news is so shocking that she feared telling Florencia because of the baby, but in the end they all have to put their heads together to think about what they're gonna do because they have a meeting with the Zend in 2 days' time. Rosamine has heard what Anastasia and Eglantine wish for, but they basically went behind Torquil and Sigiswald's back from the sound of it. Sylvester will be dealing with the king himself to hear what he wants. It is very likely that they'll want to dissolve her engagement to Wilfrid, her adoption to the Ehrenfest archducal family, and have her become the High Bishop of Sovereignty Temple to teach the ways of old rituals to everyone. But they do not know who they're dealing with, because Rosamine is prepping her parents and coaching them in the art of the negotiation before going into talks with the Zend. If she's going to be torn from Ehrenfest, she will make sure that they squeeze as much out of the royals as possible. And if Ross is to enter into the talks, then she'll have to go all out. That's the least that a savvy merchant trained by the one and only Benno would do in this scenario. And if yes, then the royals won't even know what hit them. Can't wait for next PREPUB. See you next time.